Jenny Mackenzie. I'm well aware I look a little ridiculous, but clothes are getting tougher and tougher these days. I'm 39 weeks pregnant, still pregnant. I know it's just shocking to me because my daughter, my second, came 3 weeks and change early. My son was right on time. So I thought I'd have the baby now, so I'm kind of thrilled, but I'm taking advantage of it, doing more prenatal workouts for y'all. I gotta keep my mind off of the discomfort. So I'm well aware I look a little ridiculous. The clothes are getting tough. I don't really want to buy any more right now, and let's just say I'm not starting a pregnancy fashion line anytime soon, or ever. It's not really my thing, but fitness is. So this is I'm gonna start the warm up. This is a leg toning workout. And I'm gonna repeat this twice, because I already swam earlier today. I'm just feeling really good. But if this is the only thing you do, or you're not pregnant, or you want a little more, I would suggest doing it 4 times with a minute break in between each time. So we're gonna start up, since this is a lower body workout, and I like to do a lot of compound movements, we're gonna open up the hips a little bit. And again, if you need a chair, this workout also incorporates a lot of balance. So if you need a chair, or you need to grab a wall, that's fine. Or if you have a bar, that's even better. We're just gonna kind of shake out the legs a little bit. Get a good stretch in there. Just could do some dynamic stretching for the warm up. So we're gonna pull back on the hamstring. So this is kind of 2 motions. I learned this from Tony Horton. So it's kind of, he calls it a pull-pull. But I'm just sort of grabbing the top of my foot and then pulling back, just till you feel a really good stretch in your quad. And it keeps the motion dynamic, so you can still use it as a warm-up. All right, stretch out the hamstrings. Just kind of put your heel on the floor, stretch out the hamstrings. Actually, this should stretch all down your leg. It should feel really good. And especially if you suffer from sciatica, which fortunately this time I don't too badly, this will really help. Stretching out the back of your leg and your lower back like that. Cat-cow is also another really great stretch you could do. All right, so this consists of 7 rounds. We're going to do the exercises 8 times each, except for one, which we're going to do 10 times. 8 times on each side. So the first exercise I'm going to demonstrate, it's slow and controlled. Remember, we're not going for speed. We're not trying to get our heart rates racing here. This is a toning workout. But I want you to raise your leg as high as you can out front, raise it to the side, and I'm starting with my right leg. I want you to lean over and do a side lunge. I want you to practice good form. Keep the weight in your heels so that your booty kind of sinks back. And I really don't want that knee going over the toe. We're not working with the bosu, so we're not really working that shin angle here. And we want to avoid back pain. So all right, we're going to start. So we're doing this 8 times on each side. So this is 1. And again, just go as fast as you're able. You could also do, I even lost my balance almost. You can also do this Tabata style. I would recommend 20 seconds on with 10 seconds off. And then just jumping right into the other side. If either I'm going too fast or too slow for you. Again, these are slow and controlled, so really focus on the muscles that are raising that leg, raising your leg out to the side, your abductors going out like that. This is 6. All right. Sit back into those heels. Force that glute back. 7 and 8. Side and lean back. All right. Now, so we did that. All of that we did on the left. I started with my right foot, so now I'm going to move over my left. Ooh, I might need to move over. It's a space, but it's a small space. So raise out front and the back. You should feel the front leg raise. Try to keep your foot flexed. You should really feel that in your hamstring. And you should feel the side extension in your gluteus medius and your hip abductor. And when you do the squat, you should definitely feel that in your quad and your hamstring and your booty. Goes 4, 5. And again, if you need to, grab that chair, grab the wall, or if you're okay with your balance, this is 6. Hopefully I'm keeping count correctly. Pregnancy brain, you never know what I'm going to do. 7 and 8. Okay, so the next exercise, the break you get, is the demo I'm going to get you. So again, I'm going to start with my right foot, and I'm going to come into a narrow lunge. I'm going to bring my foot up here and pause, and I'm going to reach over with the opposite arm. So I'm going to come down, narrow. See how narrow this is? I'm almost tracing my calf line with my knee, deliberately coming up and grabbing for that opposite toe. I'm starting with my right leg, so we're going to start the reps now. This is 1. Again, I want you to deliberately stop on the way up and down to regain that balance. See, it's just so good for you. 3. And it allows you to concentrate on so many things. 4, your body alignment, the stabilizer muscles in your shin and ankle. 4, 5. And you should really feel a great heat building up in your quad from the narrow lunge. 7, 8. All right, now we're going to switch sides, like that was my right. So now I'm doing my left. So a narrow lunge, bring it up, deliberately stop, reach across. Narrow lunge, stop, reach across. And you should find, well, whoop, one side. See, I can't look over. I'm trying to look over and talk to y'all and do this at the same time. One side you may have a little bit better balance. On the other side, that's totally normal. But it shows you what you can work on. And just is a really good metric for you improving your body and getting better at these exercises. All right, so we're back over to the right side. It's a similar exercise, but it's going to be a big lunge back. So see, I'm taking a much wider step back. I'm doing a brief lunge. I'm not pausing, and I'm just kicking. Bringing the leg right on through. Coming down. I'm coming as high as I can. Coming back down into a longer lunge. So we're going to start the reps now. So this is 1, 2, and you can do this one a little faster because you're not making that deliberate pause. The swing should actually feel really good in your hips. Increase your mobility. 6, 7, and your balance as well. Whoop. See, and pregnant, like I said, you've got a lot going on here, so your balance may be a little off. It might not be what it was. Like I said, my wall here is very close, so I'm being safe. So we're going to go over to the left side. Oh man, I give you guys a little break there. I didn't mean to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, that was a third. This next one, we're going to do 10 times just because 5 and 5 is better than 4 and 4. What we're going to do is you're going to squat, and you can intensify this with a band around your calves. I'm not going to do it today because, like I said, I swam. But if I have time, maybe next week or maybe in another modification, I can show you. But you can add bands around here, and you're just going to walk twice. So that's 1, and that's 2. So 2 over and 2 back. So that now we start the reps. This is 1, 2, and again, go as low as you're able and practice good form. You're not going to be able to go as low as you usually do, again, because you've got a lot of obstruction right in the front of your body, just pulling your whole center of gravity forward. This is 5. I'm gonna give you guys a good side view. So again, practicing good fundamentals, keeping my weight in the heels. You should be able to lift your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, I gave you 5 and 5. 5. So that was a squat. And now we are back to the lunges. So what we're going to do for this exercise is I'm incorporating a little bit of a hop because I want you to kind of get your heart rate up there. So I want you to come back down like this. You're going to do, again, another narrow lunge, and you're going to come up to a skip. Narrow lunge, hop on one foot. And we're going to do that again. We're going to do that 8 times. It should be kind of fun. And again, if you notice you start to wobble, grab the wall. Maybe you don't do as much as a hop, maybe just come up onto the calf, although that's going to be really hard for you balance-wise too. But again, so again, I'm starting with my right, narrow lunge, hopping, narrow lunge, up to a hop, narrow lunge, up to a hop, hop, 5, 6. You should have a lot of heat building in your legs right now. 7, which is great. That means you're burning a lot of fat. And your muscles are working really hard. So they're going to maintain or improve tone. You can always improve. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you can't be improving. And improving different areas of your body. Honestly, sometimes I feel healthiest when I'm pregnant. I mean, I eat more, I gain weight, but I feel like my body understands its limitations better. It knows what to eat, when to eat it. The tiredness is almost a chemical tired. I think I gave you a bonus one there. So you know when you need to sleep, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like your body should almost be at its healthiest. Okay, for the next exercise, it's kind of similar to what we did before with the lunges. You're just gonna, you're not gonna do a lunge though. You're gonna step back and you're just gonna kick up with a straight leg. And again, I'm not doing a massive full extension here. You've got a lot of obstruction. So just do your best. It's just a step back. This should just be kind of fun. It's like a dance move. So we're gonna start the reps now. So that's 1, says the non-dancer. It should just feel like, it should be a really good stretch. Down your whole leg, down your hamstring. 6, 7, and 8. All right, the other side, the left side, back, come up, 3, 4, and roll through your whole foot. So when I come back, I'm rolling on this non-active leg, I'm rolling back on my heel, coming up onto the ball of my foot when I kick. So you're really leveraging all the power you can out of that non-working leg. All right, so we've done enough lunges, squats. I just decided to throw a curveball in there. We are going to do a curtsy lunge side leg extension, just because I like curtsy lunges and I want to work those muscles. So a curtsy lunge, again, I'm going to start with my right foot. I'm bringing my right leg behind my left. I'm doing a lunge. I'm coming up, deliberately pausing, and raising the right leg. You don't want, okay, so we're going to start the reps now. You don't have to tap your toe when you deliberately pause, but I want it to be pretty deliberate. I don't really want you to do a swinging motion. 3. This is one of my favorite moves. I don't know why. You'll see it a lot in my videos. 4, 5. It just works like all your different quad muscles, because there are 4 of them. So instead of just the big one out front, 6, you can feel it working the outside of the glute. I love it. I love me a curtsy lunge. And 8. So you should be sweating a bit. You shouldn't be drenched. Your heart rate shouldn't be soaring. You should still be able to converse. But you should be, you should be sweating a little bit. You should feel good about yourself. All right. Left leg, curtsy, and come up. And curtsy. Again, this is not a kick. It's a deliberate movement. It's a deliberate leg raise. I really want you to concentrate on contracting that glute, gluteus medius and hip abductor. And 7. Hopefully your legs are on fire. Or at least, so that was the last exercise. That made 7. So now we get a 30-second break. Or at least you're feeling the heat build in your legs. You can see why I wore leggings. I feel this in shorts, and ain't nobody want to see that. Way too much going on. I'm already tucking in the shirt right here, so I don't expose too much of the belly, the shorts. It was too much. It was not YouTube appropriate. All right, so just make sure, catch your breath here. Stretch what needs stretching. Maybe do a little step tap, recover, grab a drink of water. I'm never a good example and have a bottle of water with me, but I really should. So just kind of do some step taps. And we're gonna do that whole workout again. And again, you can do lots of modifications. Like you can put the bands on, you can do it with a Bosu ball. I tried to adapt some of the Bosu, but I didn't want to be like lugging out the ball and putting it back because I couldn't do everything with the Bosu ball. All right, so now we're back at it. Remember, we're doing that, and this time I'm just going to go right into it because I already gave you the demo before. So this is the ladder, or the front leg raise, the lateral raise. I'm not a great judge of, and the side lunge, of space. So I got to make sure I give myself enough space. Lateral raise, side lunge. Oh man, I got some good pops going on. Side raise, sink back into that glute. Front raise, side raise, sink into the glute. I think that was 4, 5. I did try to do this on the Bosu ball, and I was okay with the leg raises, but I could not step off the Bosu ball and retain my balance. So this wasn't one I can adapt while pregnant. Maybe afterwards. Maybe I should redo my pregnancy series. Nah, I'll probably just do something completely different. 7 and 8. And again, just remember what leg you start on first, so that you're not redoing it. All right, now I'm going to scooch over here. Front raise, side raise, sink into the glute, do a set. I'm going to scooch over. This is 2. I think I need some decor on my walls. I'm watching my videos. Whoop, a little depressing. I need some like inspirational posters. Feel free to drop some ideas in the comments. No comments on my wardrobe because this doesn't really count. I know I'm a hot mess. 4, that was 5. 6. I hope. It's tough to kind of talk. 7. Keep count. Keep good form. And again, drop me a line in the comments. You like what I say, you don't like what I say, you want me to concentrate more on numbers, more on form, what I do right, what I do wrong. I aim to please. All right, so now we're doing the narrow lunge with the deliberate pause and the reach across. And again, I do not have the flexibility to reach my toes at this stage. I've got my belly's too big. I need to stop calling it an obstruction, right? So just do the best you can. 7. I'm just going to the point where I really feel it in my hamstring and the back of my leg without feeling like I'm going to wobble or without feeling like I'm constraining my uterus or tightening the body. Because again, baby doesn't have a lot of space right now. Oh, sorry, deliberate pause. I got carried away. I thought we were on the second or the third round. Exercise. 4. And then you can do this little workout anywhere. And it's fairly, 5, 6. It's fairly subtle. So you could, 8. You know what I mean? It's not really conspicuous, so you can kind of do it anywhere. All right, longer leg back. We're just kicking. I mean, you can do this outside of the picnic tables. Or you can do it, at the pool. You can just do it really quick before you go somewhere, or like me after a swim. Yeah, with the swimming, I'm not a huge swimmer. I enjoy swimming, but I'm trying to, let gravity work for me here. Help this guy figure out his exit strategy. I hope that's not too graphic. 1. So again, we're doing a wider lunge here, and you are swinging your leg forward here. It should feel really good. It should open up the hips. And again, I know I say it all the time, so you probably don't need me to say it again, but really make sure you're contracting all the muscles in your pelvic floor when you do these exercises. It's important for good support right now, and it's really helpful to strengthen those muscles for labor, because that's what does most of the work. 4. And holds the baby in there. So make sure you're contracting it. When I say contract, it's a kegel. So you're kind of pretending like you're holding it in if you have to TT. And really just focus on what that feels like to contract that the entire time. And you're contracting more muscles. So, I mean, burning more calories. Even when pregnant. I mean, who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like to eat a little extra even when pregnant? All right, so then now we have the lunge kicks. And again, if you need to grab a chair, a stool, the wall, that's fine. But here we're doing the narrow lunge. Coming up and doing it. This is kind of fun. It's like a little skip. 2. Should remind you of your childhood. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Should remind you of your childhood, and I mean, nothing's as easy as it ever was in childhood. Oh gosh, so we went to the park. My son just zips across the monkey bars, so I tried to get up there and do some monkey bars. Let me tell you, that is not as easy as it was in childhood. I could dangle there forever. Play that chicken game, which is probably unsafe, where you wrap, your legs around the other kid, try and yank him down. I'd stay up there forever. I'd sit back and forth. Ain't no thing. I think I made 2 monkey bars. All right, so this next one is even more fun because should be a lot of heat build up in your legs. So this next one should feel really good. But you're just gonna step back and swing through with a hop. Kind of like a soldier or like a robot kick. 4, 5. And again, make sure on the leg that isn't swinging through, the non-working leg, you're rolling on your foot, really taking advantage of that momentum. It's more fun, and you're using, believe it or not, when you do that, you're using all sorts of different muscles, different calf, shin, quadricep, hamstring, thigh muscles, to do that, and you don't even know it. That's why these leg toning cardio workouts are just awesome, because you don't even know half the muscles you're working. Unless you're a nerd about it like me and you like to research it. All right, we're ending with my favorite, which is my plan all along, which is the curtsy lunge, side leg extension. Remember, it's a deliberate pause right here when you extend that leg, but it's not too long. If possible, I don't want you to pause here, but if you need to, there's nothing wrong with that. Or grab a chair. So it's a deliberate pause, so as not to make it a swing through. This next one's our last one. But it's not long. I don't want you to take a break. 1, 2. And again, go as far back in the curtsy lunge as you're able. I don't want you wobbling. I don't want you falling back, losing your balance. But I want you going as far back as you can with your foot, so as to get the most effective lunge. Just feel that heat build up in your quad. 7 and 8. Well, if you're like me, you're done. If you went swimming before, if you went walking before, you're done. If you're gonna go walking later, or even, just that was enough. But if you wanted to, you could do this 2 more times. If I weren't pregnant, I would definitely do it 2 more times. And who knows, maybe do something else. But I am done, so feel free to watch this again for your 2 more times. And if not, thank you again for working out with me.